Okay, let's do this. Welcome to the Thursday, is it? Yeah, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Annalisa time out there in Washington.
Yes.
Success webinar here at Inside Real Estate. Just so you know, we've been doing this twice a week. We've been doing this actually for years, on and off. I didn't realize we have about 248 replays going all the way back into like
Oh, yeah.
2015. If you visit the replay link that you'll find on today's doc. So we always record these before you ask, and they're always posted to that replay playlist in YouTube and as well as other places. So today I have and at least I was telling you I was a little scared because I think
Right.
what we're trying to do today is ambitious, but
It is,
it's an
but that's
idea.
what we do.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
and I personally love this idea. I think it might not be for everybody. If you're camera shy, you might not love it. But I think in the process of showing you this approach, you'll at least kind of uh, get a look at how some features around the KV Core and Conversion Plus systems work, notably the landing pages and the text reply codes. So it'll be educational whether you actually follow this process or not, I
Hmm.
think. So cool. Here is the
And I
document.
think just as an aside, right.
You go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, even if you're camera shy and you're just getting into video, I really encourage you to make sure you try to embrace video. It is the thing of 19. It's a really big segment. So just kind of ease your way into it and get started. You got to jump in just like we're doing on this one.
Yep. So could somebody please just say you can hear
Jump
us
in
and
and
mute
do
us
it.
so that I can send the link to the document to everybody. Somebody's just got to say hi, and then I can reply to everybody and send a link to the doc. We do this every week. And I confirm you can see my screen. You can see it, right, Annalisa?
Yes, I can. And actually, I found a little chat box, so I'm going to chat everybody the link to your doc as well. I
Okay.
found a way we can send it to everybody, so we're there.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're
I
welcome.
gotta learn that. All right, hi Sarah. So this is the door teaser video lead generation approach, and the premise here, sort of the thinking behind this that kind of inspires me to come up with this, is that Facebook video and YouTube skip this ad videos. You've seen those where you go to watch YouTube and there's like a commercial in front. They're really great sources of traffic. I mean, limitless. You could only use one of those channels and have more leads than you could ever handle if you master a fun, put the right funnel in front of that traffic. So the premise is here is that you're going to use these channels to show a video of yourself standing outside a local house. This video will be very engaging because it's really local content, and it'll allow you to start building rapport before you even generate the lead. People are going to see you on screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show the video. I kind of made a half video this morning, but I want to edit it live on this session to give people an idea about the video editing process that I use and that you can kind of emulate at home using Screencast-O-Matic, which is a very affordable piece of software. There's a free version and also the pro version, which I think is like $4 a month. But here's the video in a nutshell. I'll just show it in fast view here, but I stand outside. This is my house, right? But people don't know that. And I just say, hey, I'm about to go into this single family turnkey rental that could rent for X, that's listed for X dollars. I think I say 179 a month, 179,000, but could be rented for 16 to 1800, and or you could do even better with Airbnb. And if you'd like a list of other properties like this, then go ahead and text or use the link near this video. All right, so I don't want to make you guys, I'm a little embarrassed of myself anyway, but I don't want to make you guys watch me say that right now. But that's basically what the video does, and there'll be an example in the replay and in the doc once we get done building out this whole funnel. You'll have the full example to watch later. So Kim, you're just on time. You're doing fine. So that's kind of the idea. You're going to do a video standing in front of a door, and you're going to tease either the interior tour or a list of properties. And people who are sitting on Facebook or Google are just going to kind of see this in their stream, right? You're going to make some kind of niche focused property offer. It could be whatever you want. It could be luxury homes. It could be homes with acreage. One of my favorites, land, multifamily investments, single family investments. The possibilities are limitless. But you're going to pick some segment of the market you like working with. You're going to do a video that kind of stands in front of a door or stands out on a lot and teases more of the same kind of content. Okay, so that is sort of the premise here. We're going to be using here as we build this all out. I'm going to do this live now. We're going to use landing pages that are built into the system and SMS reply codes. You already saw the use of a code right here And don't use that yet because it's not fully built. So if you guys are watching live, don't send a text to that because you're not going to get the full effect of this. I just kind of spun it up this morning and didn't really put a reply in. We're going to do that live. So we have a text code there, and then we're also going to be integrating with landing pages. All right, so part one. Anytime you build a funnel like this, it actually you kind of have to start with the end in mind with respect to what the user is going to experience. So the actual first step is counter to it is to make the thank you page, make the last thing that people are going to see after they engage with your ad and they opt in. And as you're listening to this might sound a little abstract, but it all makes sense as we start to dig in. So I have a note to myself, Ryan, use the bookmark shortcut you made. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, past self. All right. So here is this bookmark I made earlier today. Okay. And I was kind of in process of building out a landing page. Now, I believe for KV Core, they're revamping the landing page builder. Just a little pro tip for you guys who use the landing page tool. You can actually save the pages while you're editing them. And I recommend you do that because you can't go back and edit them later. But you, right, Annalisa, you could save this link. Am I right?
I myself haven't tried that, so.
Well, it just worked live. What I don't know is if
Okay.
it'll still work after the page is published.
No, you cannot edit it once it's saved. So I always say save it on a Word document or Word doc or a Google Sheet or something.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go back. I wanna see as we do this if I can actually come back to this URL after I save the page and still go back and edit and make a new version. That would be interesting. All right.
Oh, yeah, it isn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So here's sort of the thank you page, right? So this is after people send that text call to action that you saw over here, and we're gonna build the ads at the end. Everything's going backwards here, right? So we're starting with the thank you page. After they send this, they're gonna see this page right here, Annalisa. So it says. I'm going to double click and get rid of the logo. I like to leave the logos off because I want as much as my message to be above the fold right here. And I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to double click. By the way, I'm double clicking to get rid of these fields. And I'm using the video plus lead template right here for this landing page. And Annalisa, I know I moved too fast, but guys, this is in Conversion Plus. It's under lead generation. And in KV Core, it's at kvcore.com/leads. Do I have that right? But it's I don't have KV Core open, but it's in the lead.
Yeah, within KV Core, it's within the lead engine. It's the first tool in the top left.
All right, I have the lead engine. So this is the tool. I've gone ahead. I've put my YouTube video ID in up here. I've put my button that says see the list now. And in my after opt URL is actually the list of these properties. So what I'm doing here might make your head spin a little bit. I'm going to collect the cell number first with the text code. I'm going to have their cell number. Then on the thank you page, they're going to see this.
Is this where I throw my voice? Hi, this is Ryan. And then I collect phone numbers. I don't know. I don't know. Here you go. We can't hear the audio on that, just so you know.
Oh, all right. Well, sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's okay.
I was trying to give the example. You'll have the examples, but basically, I just I do my little shtick where I pretend to be on the phone. And I just say go down below to continue to get the list. So I'm going a little extra here. I don't know if people will like this or not, but I already have their cell number, and then I'm getting them to give me the email to opt in and see the property. You could easily send them directly to the property list, and that would be fine. I'm just getting a little fancy for demo's sake here. Okay, so this is my thank you page. After they text, I'm going to send them this. Here's kind of what it looks like. I always forget, if you enter your cell, I'll text you the best deal I know about in St. Pete right now. This is not really necessary, but I like to add that little line always to these landing pages instead of I'll send you cool stuff. And then I'm kind of happy with this. I'm going to click save. So hit OK. And this is the URL that I need up here in my browser. This is the URL I need to set for my text code reply. Okay, so I'm actually putting that here so you guys can all kind of see the demo thank you page too and kind of emulate it, or just, I don't expect it. Don't do everything you see on these webinars. I think it's more important that you get the macro level understanding of how a flow can work, and then put your own spin on it, you know. But definitely for reference, it's right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the actual capture page that people will see after they click on our ad. That's going to offer the text codes. So the first step in doing that is to create a text reply code. So I'm going to go into Conversion Plus today, and I'm going to go into the lead generation section, and I'm going to go to custom text codes. Let me, just so I don't frustrate the KV Core users who are here, give me 1 second. Why don't I bring this up in KV Core too? I'm doing it in my other monitor.
Yeah, and the cool thing here is even if they look a little different, they both are the same concept of use. So it's they're going to look a little different on how you add things in, but the use is exactly the same.
Yeah. And if anybody has any questions while I pull this up, then now would be a good time. And let us know. Are you doing landing pages? Are you using text codes already?
Or is it brand new and you're excited to learn about it? Or
I'm having a little trouble. Here we go. All right, I am in KV Core officially.
cool.
Okay, so in KV Core, the way to find this is under Lead Engine.
Mm-hmm.
And it is the call. I haven't done it here in a while. Is it call capture?
Should be call capture, yeah.
Yep, call capture. And then over on the right are custom text codes you can see, and you can go down here and click Add New here, and it's pretty straightforward, really. You're just going to pick the code that you want to use, and basically people will be texting that code to a number, right? So that's where it is in KV Core. In Conversion Plus, where I'm doing our demo today, it's under the lead generation link. So if I scroll down, once I click that, it takes me to my custom text codes, and I've already started. I clicked Add New, and I picked the code Single Family Investments, which might be a little hard, maybe long. Maybe would have been better if I said SF Investments or something like that, or just investments, but it's okay. And then my code reply is going to be hi, and I keep it short. Click this link to continue. And what link am I taking them to? It's this one. It's my thank you page link. So, boom. So K Plus and Conversion Core give you this text reply feature. Whenever somebody texts this code, it's going to give them this message automatically, and you are going to get the cell number, right? At least it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great way to generate leads, especially
and it's instantaneous. It's instantaneous.
Yeah, you'll get notified right away that they texted you, that somebody opted in.
Yeah.
And you have a valid cell number, somebody who's hot and thinking about real estate, that you can either text or call right back. So for those of you who would rather be on the phone, this is a feature I'd really key in on. So I have my text code made. Remember, this is kind of what it looks like when you start to advertise it. I overlaid it in my video. I can show you guys how I kind of added that in Screencast-O-Matic. It's really easy. And why don't we do that right now? So I'm in the video in Screencast-O-Matic. By the way, Annalise, I just bring my laptop outside with Screencast-O-Matic instead of like trying to do it from my phone or something. I just carry the laptop and hold it.
Sure.
And that's it. And then you can go here and you can go Tools. I clicked Edit, and you have these options here. And I just do Text, Example, right? So, and then you can drag at what times that shows.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's really easy to do, and especially if you're going to be running Facebook and Google Video, you want people to have something to interact with. There's also an added benefit that a lot of times you won't end up paying for the click if somebody manually takes out their cell phone and they text that on the ad networks. So getting rid of that now. All right, and my video in Screencast-O-Matic, I haven't uploaded it. I wanted to show you guys this live as well. Once I'm happy with the way it looks, I just did a simple overlay. You can put your logo on this. You can upload an image overlay, do things like that. I'm going to click Done. And then I'm just going to upload to YouTube. Single family investment properties. the title in St. Pete. Remember, YouTube is a great way to get SEO too. So if somebody was looking for investment properties in St. Pete, there's a good chance this video could be found. Or if you're shy or you're doing something that you don't want the public to see, you can set the privacy to unlisted at Screencast-O-Matic right here, which I'll just do for now. And then this is going to go ahead and upload directly to YouTube. It's really cool stuff. The first time you do it, it'll ask you to authorize your YouTube account, but it's a really easy, seamless process, and we'll let that go on in the other window right here.
But when we come back to that, I know someone was like, well, when we paste the YouTube link into the video section on the video lead gen page, what part do you put in there? Is it the whole link? Is it part of the link? If you could just show that real quick.
Yeah, we can do that right now. I'll just grab one of our previous webinars here to get an example link. And it's going to be up top here. Up top. Let me zoom in. And just a little geek lesson for you guys, but I think this is really handy to know. These things, this gobbledygook after a question mark, these are called parameters. So in this case, the parameters are v, list, and index, and t that YouTube is putting on these. What you need is the v parameter. So it's the part after v equals until the next parameter starts. Parameters all start with and. The first one starts with a question mark. And then it's just the video ID right here. If you ever have trouble finding a YouTube video ID, just literally Google. Hate to give you that, but just Google how to find a YouTube video ID, and there's tons of stuff about it.
Great.
There. So that's that. This is what I used to get my video on the page. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. So cool. So we have make a text capture page. I first created my text reply code, just showed you guys all that. And then here is the page that I made that I can now drive traffic to. Right here. And I've already saved it, but I'll kind of just show you. I used the text capture version to make this. So all this is very simple. It just says turnkey. It says exactly what I said in the video. See the current list and get Ryan's weekly video tours. And I just tell them to text me. Like I said, you can riff on this however you want. You can take them straight to a page where they have to enter their email. You could just build a squeeze link and have them click straight over there. But the bottom line is we need something for them to click over to from Google or from Facebook or from other ad channels. And this is what I built. The way to build this kind of page with the text capture is to just choose that option when you're in the landing page builder. You just do text lead, I think is the type. Yeah. Right there. Okay, so that's kind of the step, what was that, our second phase in this process. We made our text capture page. It did involve, I might have this a little jumble because, no, I'm good, because that page doesn't have a video on it.
Oh, okay. Your order's correct, you're good.
Okay. Originally, when I started doing this, I was thinking that the text capture page would also have my video on it, but that's not the way it works. So we have the text capture page. Part 3 is where we make that teaser video. As I've said, you could use your phone, or the shortcut, the hack is to just use your laptop, hold that in your hands with Screencast-O-Matic. I just showed you guys kind of how to create that text overlay for the call to action, right? I used my text code for KV Core and kind of showed you the demo of that already. And now we have been uploading to YouTube in another video over here. So my YouTube link is ready. I'm just going to save that here so I have it. I'm going to need it in a minute. And sorry, guys. Okay. And then the next thing is, if you're going to be doing it on Facebook, would be to upload it directly to your Facebook fan page. So the best practice here is actually going to be to download the actual file from Screencast-O-Matic. So, I had my upload to YouTube option. Here I'm going to do save as video. Okay, investment for teaser. And I'm going to save this to my hard drive so that I can then upload it to my Facebook business page. So that's going to do that in the other window really quickly. So I'm going to pause a minute, just check in here on questions. Annalisa, anything juicy going on?
Not so well. I know one lady's Kim saying, I have a marketing plan. I'm really learning how to do this. I want to watch these videos again. And I was just saying, we have a really great social media self-paced tutorials within our learning portal, and you can access that by clicking the cap at the bottom left-hand side of your dashboards, or on K Plus is maybe about 2/3 down. But this will immediately sign you in. It's a single sign-on, so it seamlessly signs you in and keeps track of where you may have left off on a course. You can always revisit the courses, and these are available to you 24/7, 365. So it's something you can delve into, take a couple of lessons within a class, come back to it, revisit, but this is always available to you.
Yeah, one of the reasons we made this simple social media posting course first was because I think it's a great beginner's introduction to some of the functionality of the system, and it's something you can do totally for free and start to get the leads with free. So I definitely point to this one first, as you said.
Yeah.
And then if you're sitting on these live webinars, you're going, oh man, this guy is just moving too fast and he's blowing me up. Just remember, you don't have to blow it all at once. Just pick up a little tidbit, put it in the back of your head. Hey, this is great. And then in 2 or 3 months, when you feel really comfortable with the system, you're like, oh, what was that video process he was doing? I'm ready to try that out. Then come back to it. So.
Right. And another thing I wanted to say is, for those of you who aren't an OG like Facebook user like Ryan here, the Facebook fan page is your Facebook business page.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just want to make it clear.
Facebook. I swear they used to call them business pages, or I'm just getting old.
I think you did. Well, maybe that too, but yeah, I don't know.
Facebook, I think it's fan page. All right, so my video is ready. I'm just going to go ahead and let's just do this live, guys. I'm just going to upload the video to my ready on YouTube. I'm just going to get to my Facebook business page. Give me a second here. Find it. Opportunity knocks. I probably said this on his other. Me and like 3 friends, when we had a team in Philly in the mid 2000s. That was the team name. So I still have. It's just stuck on me.
It's a winner.
It's a winner. So what I'm gonna do here for creating this ad, there's so many different ways you can use video ads in Facebook, but I'm simply gonna create a post on the page and then do an engagement ad later, just to keep it really simple. So let's go ahead and upload the video. Facebook, this looks different every time I come here. It's so frustrating.
They did it again last night, I think.
Oh man.
They're having a week at Facebook, man. They are having a week.
Yeah, it's like I'm here live doing a webinar. Don't move things around. All right. So I got to find my video that I just downloaded. There it is from Screencast-O-Matic. And in Facebook, you have a little extra kind of leeway. So investment property call to action. So the video will autoplay. It'll have my text up in the corner there, right? Remember, Facebook kind of penalizes you if more than 20% of your ad is text. So you might want to consider changing the thumbnail if you think that's the case. I think in this case, my goofy kind of weird looking thumbnail they chose is actually going to work fine and might be good for engagement on Facebook. So I'm just going to leave it. And then I'm just going to say for a current list of single solid single family investment opportunities, play on it, in St. Pete, text single family investments to 727-474-8049. And I went a little quick, guys. This is my smart number, right? That's the thing you're texting to is the smart number in your system. Ryan will also send you his weekly live video walkthrough tours of these properties as he creates them. So this thing right here, I've told hundreds of people to do this in my travels, right? But I've seen a few guys doing this, have listened to me in the local St. Pete, Tampa area. And I know one guy in particular, I don't want to call him out. He does it all the time. And the fact that I see him doing it all the time, I'm very happy to see it. It works, guys. If you are acting as if you're with a client and you're doing live tours of properties and you're sending it to everybody opting into your email list and who become leads, this is the #1 hands down way to convert more leads to close deals and commission checks, in my opinion. So That's why this promise is here. And this is the thing that you can set you apart because none of your competition wants to do this stuff. So Ryan will send you his weekly video walkthrough tours of these properties. Next. And you don't, it might be hard. You might be nervous the first few times you do it, but I promise, just get over it. Just be awkward the first few times. Don't worry. And after you do 5 of them, it'll be no big deal. The nerves will all go away. I feel like I'm preaching. You still there, Annalisa?
Yes, I'm listening and agreeing with you. I
Yeah.
mean, the first time I did a live video on the Facebook groups, I hadn't done that before because I'd done the training videos, and I was like, okie dokie, here we go. I mean, you just have to jump in sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
This is a belly to belly business. It was
hmm
for years, and when I came into it in the late '90s, there was no way, we didn't have this stuff. Like you can't, but you had to like go out and shake hands and see people on the street, talk to them at the supermarket. Now you could just throw a video on Facebook and have 1,000 people see it and get to know you as a real estate agent. It's just leverage. It's awesome. All right, so that video is uploading. Looking good right there. So, and remember, Facebook auto plays it, I think on desktop. I can't remember on mobile, but
you have to opt in on the mobile or opt out. Yeah.
either way, somebody's sitting here browsing their Facebook stream, and there's this like guy talking in front of a door that looks like it might be in your neighborhood. For full effect, I probably should have been standing out at the street to get the full house in the background. Might have been a better approach, but this is engaging. People are going to watch this darn video. Your friends and family, people in your sphere, the people you went to high school with, college with, if you stayed in the same town, they're going to see this and be like, oh, that's right. He sells real estate. Let me reach out to him, right? So many reasons to do this. So I've uploaded the video.
I do have a question while we're looking
Yeah.
at this. So Craig is saying, hey, I'm concerned a bit about the typical mobile user. They might not want to type in a phone number and a code from a video they're watching on their phone.
You got it. Thank you for bringing that up. So that's the whole reason. I skipped a step here. That is the whole reason why we made this lander too, so they can click through. They might still have problems texting it. I see what you're saying, Craig. And yeah, if you want to, just make a regular lead capture page or send them straight to the squeeze link from the ad. There's nothing stopping you from making the text offer in the text and in the video, but then send them to the content anyway, to the squeeze link, right?
Yeah.
You can also click here if you want. So that's a great point, Craig, though. Yes. Yeah, definitely. So you can have them click from the ad as well, send them to a lead capture page or straight to the squeeze link that'll make them opt in. And also from Google skip this ads, when I run that ad in a minute, you'll see we kind of needed this URL as well. So great point. Okay, so we've completed now upload to video to YouTube, upload to the Facebook business page. Now we get to have some fun. We are going to run the ads, and I figured what we do live here today is I'll just show you the process of running these ads. Let's do the Facebook ad first. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Facebook ads dashboard. Thought I was prepared and had this ready to go. I was. Here it is.
You are.
Yep. And so I'm going to run a simple engagement ad since it's a post on my fan page, right? For those of you who are more familiar with Facebook ads, you could easily, hide the post from your Facebook business page and just do video views directly, a blind post or something like that. But I'm going to do engagement. I'll do RH. I just got to name it something so I can remember it. RH door teaser demo. Click continue. As Annalisa said, Facebook's been having a week. They are getting rid of all the age, the gender targeting, some of the stuff we really hold near and dear to us. But we did a whole session on why this isn't the end of the world and why we should let the algorithm do its thing. So I've actually started not even targeting. I'll just target by geographic right here. So city, Petersburg. Make sure I don't run an ad in Russia again. It happens all the time. It's just a geographic hazard. All right, and then that's good. I'm going to leave it just wide open. And it's funny, guys, the algorithm will learn, and this is a broad enough offer that people will opt in. Now, it's investment properties. I might want to switch the age up, but knowing that I won't be able to do that later, I'm just going to let the algorithm do its thing. Set my budget. $5, if I set it to 5, look what it says over here on the right. reach is 196 to 1,000 people a day, and they anticipate 50 to 320 people engaging with my ad for $5. If one person texts that text code for $5 and they want a list of investment properties, I am happy with getting a real cell number for $5. With the way that numbers work in this industry, I only need 1 in 100 of those to convert. That would cost me $500 to get, a 1% conversion to get a commission. I'm way ahead of the curve with, versus paying somebody Zillow or somebody else a referral fee, right? So.
Well, yeah, then you'd be what at $2 after taxes and referrals and all that.
Hey, stop. All right.
Oh, what? Huh?
All right. Yeah. So $5. I think I can get one text lead a day. In fact, I know I can because I've done this before. So $5. Set it to 20 if you want more. The problem I've seen with this, remember I was doing this with one guy as a test, and he called me the next day and was like, "Please turn that off. I do not have time." I can't reply to people as they're coming in. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my fan page that I want to run the engagement ad off of. So I just need to kind of bring that up here. And then it'll ask you to select the post that was on that page. So hopefully it pops up without a glitch. I've had it happen before where, for whatever reason, if you just created the post, it doesn't show up here. It's a little frustrating, but I got lucky and it did work today. So there's my first post. And boom, my ad is pretty much just built there for me, right? So it's because all it is showing the post. When you run the ad, this is interesting. You can actually add a button and drive people to the URL. So Craig, that thing you were talking about, if you do an engagement ad, it'll actually kind of force you to do that or invite you to do that. So I did that, and I think it actually adds that button to your actual post on your page too, which is an interesting feature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so this is good. It says investment property call to action. I thought I was able to edit that. Let me see. I encountered this with them moving everything around. It's probably, let's see, show advanced.
What about the change post below your photo at the top towards the other side, the left side?
Yeah, this would change the actual post that I'm using.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm not going to sweat this for now. You should be able to edit this. And it could be because I'm on GoToWebinar, Facebook gets wonky and like it's hiding the field or not loading or something. But you should be able to edit this and just have it say like see the list now or something like that. Yeah, so that's it. Just like that, we have an ad running in the area. They'll see my video teaser in their stream. They can text me. They can go to the link, and we're happy and good to go. And you can just confirm.
Question on that link: couldn't they buy a domain like via GoDaddy or a vanity domain and mask it, or not mask it, but forward it using that link you had? Yeah, make it more personalized to Pinellas or St. Petersburg?
I mean, it's a good point, but Facebook is a little less sensitive to it, but Google in particular, and I think Facebook does crack down sometimes.
Okay.
They want the destination to match.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, what shows. So it is a little bit of a thing. But it is a good idea. And especially, Josh is here. Especially if you're going to be using this ad, like you want to buy those vanity domains if you're going to be doing anything print-wise with this idea. You could easily have this without the video, in the newspaper or somewhere print-wise. Josh says if it's a video, the way to change below the video headline is the title of the video. Okay, thanks, Josh. So Josh is saying just go into the video itself on your page and change that title. I might have to turn the ad off first before it'll let me edit it. But yeah, I think you guys get the gist. Okay, so that ad is live right there. Great video, Facebook ad. And then now let's get really saucy. And let's do a video, skip this ad. Who here on the call knows what these are? I think everybody does, right? You watch your kids on YouTube all day and they're seeing them, at least you've seen them. And it's just this to me is a really scalable way, if you get it right, to get lots of clicks over to your offer. It's just, you got to get it right or you'll bomb and waste money. So I think that this kind of thing where it's local, you're standing outside a house is a really good place to start. So I'm going to go into Google AdWords, one of my accounts up here, And that's ads.google.com. It's called Google Ads now, not AdWords anymore. And we're going to do a new campaign. So I'm going to click on campaigns. I haven't used this account in a while, so it needs payment. All right. And then I'm going to click new campaign. And then I'm going to choose a video option. And the proper way to do this would be to have a conversion pixel and track leads and everything else. But to keep it just simple, we're just going to optimize our campaign. We can even do it without a goal, but we're just going to go for website traffic, hit continue. Door demo. The average you want to spend every day, $5 to $10 is really going to get you far. My bid strategy. This is interesting. I don't know why they seem to be forcing. I think you can go back later, conversions or CPA, so I'll leave it there. You would need to have the conversion pixel installed, so it confuses me a little bit if I just pick the website click objective, why they're making me pick that. But let's see what happens if I go without a goal. And see if they let me pick. Yes, okay. But yeah, pick it without a goal, guys. Sorry about that. So door demo. Do it without picking a goal on the last screen. Standard delivery. We'll start it as soon as possible. Maximum CPV. Target CPM. We'll just do. We're going to set our
cost per view, right?
Yeah, I was going to say we're going to set our maximum cost per view here in a minute. We can select the networks. Now, Google is always going to kind of pre-select things that make you spend money. So I think a best practice is get rid of these video partners at least, and then allow your ads to show in YouTube videos or YouTube search results. Probably YouTube search results is plenty, right? So only when people are actually watching a YouTube video itself will this ad show. Locations, well, we're just going to do our town, our market area. And be careful, there's an advanced setting with the area that Google likes to set that says people interested in this area or people who are in this area. And it's telling that they don't even like give you the option to toggle that on and off. They kind of just throw it in there and you have to go back and edit it later. So just keep that in mind after you run your ad. And just like Facebook, they're always changing this. So I could be off, maybe it's here and I'm just not seeing it. But I'm targeting my city. Devices, you may want to set specific targeting or take down your bids on mobile so you don't get all of the kids playing Android apps clicking on your ad there. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to kind of run through and set this up. Then I'm going to go back in and make some of these tweaks that I'm talking about. I think it'll be easier to do that from the edit screen. Okay, ad group name, Brian in front of the door. Demographics, this is interesting. So I want people who, in this case, might want to invest in a property. I'm going to assume that somebody who's looking for turnkey investment properties is kind of chilling out. They're not retired already. In most cases, they're probably already bought their first home. So let's just say that they're going to be 35 to 64 years old. I'll leave all this other stuff here the same. If you do try to get fancy and go top household income, I've tried this, and usually what happens is I get like no impressions. So depends on how big the area is, but I don't know how good that data is that Google has. And that if your campaign's not performing at all, start looking at some of these and see if you made it too narrow. Now, there are audiences. I'm going to run mine very broad, but you can actually type in like real estate. And Google has these in-market audiences right here. So in-market real estate, residential, houses for rent. So anybody looking at real estate related stuff, you can do. And there's tons more. I mean, I could do a whole course, and we probably should in a learning portal. There's 100 different things you can do with Google targeting. So eventually that will end up in the learning portal. But for now, keep it simple. Pick a few of these if you want, or just leave them blank and just go by the age. Remember, you can also run these ads to your own retargeting. So you might say, hey, I'm building Google audiences. This is a little advanced. We have a retargeting class in the learning portal, but maybe you just want to show this video to everybody who's opted in or visited your site because they're kind of vaguely interested, at least in real estate. Highest cost per view, I see cost per views anywhere from 5 to like 25 cents. A view, I think, is 20 or 30 seconds of your video. So the cool thing is if somebody skips your video and they don't watch it, you're not going to pay, right? They have to engage up to a certain point. I think it's somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds. It might even be 25. So I'll just say I'll pay 20 cents for a view. And the last step, the creative here is really easy. Is I just need my video. So let me go back here and grab that. You just need any YouTube URL.
And while that's loading in, William is asking, hey, wouldn't you want to keep TV and mobile selected? He uses Apple TV and watches YouTube all the time with those types of ads. Wouldn't that
Yeah,
maybe depend on demographic or what your audience might be?
yeah, leave them selective. I've been taken off. The mobile scares me because I just watch my kids' behavior, and I've seen what happens. Like mobile will get 90% of the clicks, and they're trash. Just leave it on, and then go back later, after a day that he has running, and look at where your clicks are coming from, and that would be like the first thing to turn off. So yeah, that's a good point. You can leave it on in the beginning, but just be mindful of that. I need to really quickly find this video again. 1 second.
Do you have it on another screen, like another tab?
I do.
Okay.
I had it in my other monitor, so let me just bring it up. I just pasted it. So if you paste the video URL in, there we go. And it is an in-stream ad. It'll look like this. And here are those metrics. So in a week, they say they can get me 490 to 930 views with an average cost per view between 3 and 9 cents. So my 20-cent bid might have been a little too high. So I probably could have gotten away with doing like 8 cents or 9 cents. And guys, I'm not obviously like I do this here and there. I don't live in this dashboard. You can go out into Google, go to Udemy. There are plenty of courses about running YouTube video ads if you really want to pursue this. I would recommend, like learning as much about it as you can so you don't lose money. But if you like this approach, it's, these are the broad strokes. And then my final URL, well, I'm going to drive them here. It's actually the other link. I'm going to drive them here. Some of you guys who are more advanced might be rolling your eyes saying, whoa, is Google going to approve this? Google doesn't like landing pages that aren't very detailed, but believe it or not, I'm seeing these get approved all the time. So it does have the privacy policy and all this stuff on the bottom. So I think Google will approve it. If they don't, go back and build a squeeze link, you know what I mean? That takes them straight into the property set. For those properties, and you can get opt-ins that way. Okay, but believe it or not, they've been approving these thin landers that we have. They must trust our domains or something like that. I don't know. So I'm gonna go back in here. This is the URL I'm going to send them to. And your display URL just needs to be let search begin.com. Just needs to be related to the actual URL just for what shows. Call to action, see the list, see, oh, now this drives me nuts because you get 10 characters. Josh, if you've done these, tell me what you use. But go now, opportunities, oh no, something like that. So you see it has, right here, you have 15 characters to a headline and a go now, or continue maybe might fit if they allow that. So door. But that's the long and short of it right here. It might kick me out. This is I don't even remember the last time I actually used this account, so my card's old. But yeah, it says continue. It's done, and within a few hours, my video will start showing in stream to people in my market who can click over to my site. And remember, there's a double pronged thing here. If real estate is so local, the people you go to church with, the people you see around town, you went to high school with, they're going to see this video too, and remember that you're in the business. So there's that. Okay, what do you think? Any questions?
I haven't seen anything new come through. So I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of information to take in, especially when you're newer to this type of advertisement or even new to KV Core and K Plus. So I really encourage you to make sure you check out the initial training within the learning portal, and then also join our discussion group, because I think that will also get you some really good networking in with other users. And Ryan and I are super active in there and help out people as best we can as well.
Yep, so that's facebook.com/groups /conversion to get into the Facebook group if you're not already there.
Mm-hmm.
Then, yeah, the learning portal is going to be where you go for more basics. And just put this stuff in the back of your head or share it with somebody at your office who is a little more advanced, and maybe you can do a little roundup, in your office in person with the more, and say, hey, here's this technique. And maybe there's somebody in your office who can help walk you through the steps that I just did really quickly and geekily right there.
And I want to bring up, like, when I used to work in an office here locally, there was a woman who was really nervous about getting into the videos, but this other guy had done them, and he's like, well, let's just go in a drive in your car, and you can drive and tell me about the area. So they
Yeah.
did driving tours for like 3 months until she was like, hey, this is not bad. And then she started doing them on her own. So there's different ways you can kind of ease yourself into it.
Yeah, a car video where you have your spouse, like you
Mm-hmm.
just talk while you're driving and have your spouse. You could drive around a neighborhood and say, "Hey, I'm driving around." I love that, Annalisa. I'm driving
Yeah.
around XYZ neighborhood. There are like 5 awesome properties for sale here. If you're thinking about moving here, text and I'll send you those listings.
Yeah, you
Something
could
like
do,
that.
like, it's, what do we got? The farmer's market here is near this school, it's near this STEM school, whatever it is, you can throw in those little nuggets that might relate to people looking to move to that area too.
Yeah. So everybody who's live, Jennifer, everybody who asked, I'm sending the link to the group. The webinars are posted at this link. I'll drop privately the webinars. And then if you're watching a recording, you'll definitely have the link to all the recordings. So I think that's it. What's next, Annalise? What do we have coming up next week?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so next week we're going to be speaking with one of our success coaches, Scott Carlton. He is phenomenal and is a treasure trove of information that can help people, you know, work towards their next goal, or if they're just looking to dive in and like, what do I do? Where do I start? He's really good at speaking to these things. So he's going to speak with us. And then we also have on Tuesday, we're going to have
Nick.
our director of product, Nick, on the line, which is really exciting. So if he's going to spend some time and to just, be ready to ask some questions and interact. And then
Yeah,
we've got some good, we have so many guests coming. It's great.
on that Nick session on Tuesday too, if you can make it, that's a good time to come and kind of get some insight. If there are features you're looking for or
Mm-hmm.
wondering about, Nick will be able to kind of say, hey, yeah, we're going to build this, or we're going to do it later. Here's why or why not. With here at Inside, we do so much that things need to be prioritized. We're getting 1,000 feature requests a day.
Right.
So that'd be a great opportunity to make your voice heard with a feature request or something you want to see, and really, speak directly to the source on that stuff.
And to tack onto that on the feature request, there are a lot of feature requests out there, and I always encourage you to make yourself heard, even if you see somebody else has requested it and it's something important to you. We need to have that information so we can gauge these correctly on what you do want as a whole, what you don't want, so we can try to prioritize these in the build and where that request comes into that build. So please,
Yep.
please, please make sure you contact support and get those in. It's really helpful.
Great. Well, thanks, Annalisa. Thank you for everybody who's on. The participation was great today, and we'll definitely get this recording live ASAP. So,
All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.